How's everyone doing? Welcome to another video. I'm your host, the Frenzy Gamer, and today, it's just another disappointing day of Rate My Stitch, you know? Every time they do this event, I just, 9 times out of 10, get like really disappointed, where I know there's like a handful of stitches that deserve to be there, but aren't there. And I'm always of the opinion that there is obvious rigging of the rating system that's being done by the community or by certain members of the community so they can get themselves in the leaderboards for some weird reason, instead of like actually having it to where, you know, people are just appreciating good stitches, you know? Because I love stitching. I feel like stitching is like a really good way to represent yourself. I feel like it really shows your creativity, and honestly, when you are, you know, going through the spiral and saving the world, you want to look good doing it, right? Which is why I was doing the stitch reviews, because that's, you know, promoting, you know, just the creativity of the community. You know, convince people to, you know, stay away from the really basic insignia stitches and just kind of go with something that means more to them. You know, that's like the whole point of it. So I looked at the #1 spot, and I was just like, there's no way. Like, there's just literally no way. Like, this is #1. I was like, I must be blind. You know, I must be freaking blind, right? I must be blind. Let me take a look at it again. I'm still blind. All right, let me put these back on. Yeah, that's still #1. Yeah, that's the #1 stitch. That is the #1 stitch. Like, let me tell you how crazy it is that this is the #1 stitch. Why? How can y'all do this? Whose man's decided? Like, oh my lord, it's just bad. And this is like the same trend with like every other Rate My Stitch, is that it's always like some sort of like full set or like an insignia stitch at #1 or within the top 10. I'm like, why? I don't understand. This one's pretty good. You know, honestly, I like this one. I would say this is definitely top 10 worthy. You know, if we go for #3, I don't know why this is in it, because this is literally just full set. It's like, yeah, man, I am a sweaty Beast Moon player. Yeah, congratulations. Let's give a round for applause for our boy. Listen, no hate, but I don't think this deserves #3. And then we got another insignia set with like, oh, look at me, I farm Novice. And then we got Eric Blue Eyes, which full Beast Moon set. This one goes hard. This goes hard. This is actually better than my Myth one. This is actually better than, like, honestly, one can argue it's better than my Myth one. And I'll show you guys my stitch submissions, you know, a little bit later in this video. But this is #6. I think this one goes hard. It's really good. We got the Horn King's Walker's Fabled Plate, which is the one I use, and then the Horn King Helm. Again, it is 2 of the same pieces, but honestly, it goes hard. Go with the Minotaur, you know, I like it. It's awesome. This one's whatever, but it is basically a Bazaar stitch mostly, so props to them. I think this one deserves a spot just because of the fact that I think most of this is just Bazaar gear. Yeah, it's either farm or Bazaar gear, so you know what? That's fine. I'm fine with this one. Excuse me! Well, what am I looking at? It's the same one, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's the same.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
All right, so we have #10, Chris. Basically, pretty much the same build as Amber, just the male version. So you know what? Still goes hard. I'm surprised 2 of these are here. 2 of like the very same stitches are here, but like obviously different people. So you know it's bound to happen. This one, I don't like the boots, but it's like whatever. It's just, why is it always the flute? I swear to God, it's like the flute used to be like one of the coolest ones, and then people are just like, yo, let me just put the flute in everything, and then it looks cool, I guess. This is fine. It's just, yeah, it's like whatever. This one goes hard. This one goes hard. This is actually one of the stitches I saw. I saw another one that's very similar to this, except it was like more, I guess it's a little bit more towards Chris and Amber or whatever their name is get up. And it looked really cool, and those deserve to be in the leaderboard. So hopefully I see the other stitch that I'm talking about in the leaderboards as well. But this one went hard. I remember giving this one a 10 star. Okay, whatever. Whatever. I mean, this alright, you know, the color matches at least. I don't know, something about the texture, you know, I always have issues with the texture. It's like, yeah, the textures don't really match all that 100% well, but this one, honestly, I could see it deserving the top 10 spot. I could definitely see it. Okay, is it just me? I think this one's fine. It's just the jewel kind of like, you know, is weird. I don't know what is it. The jewel's kind of throwing me off a little bit, but other than that, this is a fine stitch. I've realized that a lot of them like to carry the Minotaur pet, or like the Myth Draconian as well. Okay, this is literally just, what is this, Beast Moon again? Yeah, it's literally just Beast Moon set. You know, you're sweating at Beast Moon. I got it. And Decathlon. Again, Beast Moon set again. I don't understand. How? Brother. Dude, these have to be different people, right? But like the same name and everything, and they just put the same stitch on, and it just somehow gets in boards? Like, dude, are you serious? Yeah, we got number 20. We have number 8 with like the same setup. Number 5 with the same setup. And we might spoil some of the other stitches as well. Okay. Again, Archangel's extremely overused. I'm not really a big fan of this one. I mean, I could see it. I could see it in the sense, but it's just like, I'm not a big fan of it, but I could see it. I could see it. I think this one's alright. This one's actually pretty good. The more I think about it, the more I like it. The more I'm looking at it, like through every angle, the more I'm actually liking this. This one definitely deserved to be in the top 10. Like, besides most of the stitches that are here. This one's fine. Again, Flute 1 is just whatever, but this one's fine. Okay, and then we have another set that's very similar to the, I think, number 5. Again, it's bound to happen, but it goes hard, so yeah. And then, isn't this just, it's not actually. This one actually goes hard. Dude, this one actually needed to be top 10. I just realized I just forgot to showcase you some of my stitches that I submitted. And honestly, I want to see your guys' submissions as well. If you guys happen to have a Twitter, first of all, make sure to follow me. It's one of the best ways to stay up to date. But the second thing is, show me your stitches. I want to see your submissions for this Myth themes of Rate My Stitch. The link will be in the description. But what I have here is, you know, my Myth stitch here. This is like my energy stitch that I have here. Very similar to like what other people were rocking. And honestly, like, I think I killed this one. I'll be real. I really think I killed it. There's also like 2 more submissions that I made. I was thinking of maybe like implementing more of them, but I didn't really want to waste the time, mainly because I just feel like it was just going to be rigged anyways, and I was right the entire time that it was basically just a rig system again. And to think that they will actually improve it and nothing has been done. This is my second one. This is actually my older PvE stitch that didn't really last that long. But this is essentially like a blue inspired stitch, you know, since one of his like main getups was like the Guardian helm. And this is kind of like a inspired stitch with blue, but with a little bit of a modern twist with like modern gear and everything. And this is pretty much all we have here for this one. As you could take a look around all around. I'll show you just what everything is as well, which I should have done for the other one. But obviously for the Myth one, it was the Paradox boots, Beast Moon robe, and also the hairstyle. As for this one, we have the Guardian's helm, we have the Cosmographics tunic, which is like the robe, and then these are going to be Alfoy boots. These are stitched from Alfoy boots, which you can actually get these in Imperia. You should be able to craft them or get them as a drop. And then I have one more that I submitted as well, that being on my fire character, if I remember correctly. And this is the one that you probably saw on Twitter. I did actually upload all 3 of them on Twitter so everyone can actually take a look and see. But this is actually the, what I like to call the Bob Ross set. Because this is just one that I had in mind ever since I was doing the 5 boxes event. And I really liked the getup that Cyrus had And I'm surprised like none of these like stitches, like, you know, the whole professor setup that was like a little bit unique to itself, weren't in the leaderboards. That actually was what surprised me. But what we have here is we have the hairstyle of the legend, which you can get in the crown shop, or maybe some drops, I think. I believe this one is actually a code one. It's an artist one. What is it called again? It's called the Artist Ornaments. So yeah, I believe it's a code one. I don't think you can get it anymore, but maybe you can. Obviously, the robe is the Cyrus robe from the Professor's Horde pack. And then we have the boots that come from the Decaversary pack, known as the Celebration boots. And this was the whole getup of what I was going for. I was going for, you know, the whole, you know, Cyrus Bob Ross inspired stitch with this one. And I think I killed all of these. All of these, I believe, averaged like a 6-star. They actually started like around 8-star. I believe this one was actually averaging 10 to 9, and they all kind of got downgraded to like 6, with I think only my energy stitch being a 7-star. And it sucks, but like the issue really isn't the fact that I didn't get into leaderboards. It would have been cool to see myself in leaderboards for once, but I'm just more disappointed about the fact that there was a lot of stitches that I saw, like in Evergrate My Stitch, that really deserved the leaderboard spot, but like didn't get in. And then I'm even more disappointed about this one because either A, I have a server issue, or B, that's literally how it went. That someone decided to put a bunch of their characters with the same stitch, the same getup, and got on the boards. And to be fair, there's a good chance that maybe they did it because they just wanted the stitch token. They wanted to get the judge's choice, easy judge choice, so they can just get a stitch token. But to see them on the board like 3 times with the same getup, it's just very disappointing. And to see the leaderboards just have the same getup for most of them is very disappointing to see, because there was a lot of really good and unique ones that really should have been on those boards. And the ones that were actually in the boards should have been a lot higher. And this has always been an issue with Rate My Stitch. And all I have to say is that I'm disappointed. And if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and always make sure to stay frenzied. Peace.